Cricket was introduced to North America via the English colonies in the 17th century, probably before it had even reached the north of England. In the 18th century it arrived in other parts of the globe. It was introduced to the West Indies by C. Colonist S11, and to the Indian subcontinent by East India Company mariners in the first half of the century. It arrived in Australia almost as soon as colonization began in 1744. The laws of cricket were codified for the first time, and then amended in 1774, when innovations such as LBW, middle stump and maximum bat width, were added. These laws stated that the principals shall choose from amongst the gentlemen present 2 umpires, who shall absolutely decide all disputes. The codes were drawn up by the so-called Star and Garter Club, whose members ultimately founded the Marylebone Cricket Club at Lord's in 1787. The MCC immediately became the custodian of the laws, and has made periodic revisions and recodifications subsequently. The first ever international cricket game was between the US and Canada in 1844. The match was played at the grounds of the St. George's Cricket Club in New York. In 1859, a team of leading English professionals set off to North America on the first ever overseas tour, and, in 1862, the first English team toured Australia. Between May and October 1868, a team of Aboriginal Australians toured England, in what was the first Australian cricket team to travel overseas. In 1877, an England touring team in Australia played 2 matches against full Australians that are now regarded as the inaugural test matches. The following year, the Australians toured England for the first time, and the success of this tour ensured a popular demand for similar ventures in future. No tests were played in 1878, but more soon followed, and, at the Oval in 1882, the Australian victory in a tense finish gave rise to the Ashes. In the 20th century, 8-ball overs were used at times in a number of countries, primarily Australia, where 8 balls were the standard over length between 1918-19 and 1978-79, South Africa and New Zealand. Since the 1979-80 Australian and New Zealand seasons, 6 balls per over have been used worldwide, and the most recent version of the laws only